Hey, welcome back. Another day, another vlog. How are we all on this fine Thursday? Hope you're all well. Had to do a quick change over there. The old memory card is full. Let's start again. You get me twice. Yeah. Hey, good day today. Last night I got a bit done. We doing a bit on the Mundaring Dam footage for you. In part of that's going to be some of the 8-blade shots I have in my possession. So for the Super Takumar 50mm, so that's pretty cool. It looks like I've got a fair bit to pick from. I've got a heap of editing to go through and try and finalise and pick which ones I want to show you. So yeah, that's coming up along. It's going to take a few days to get all the photos edited and then start working on the footage and all. You know the gist. But it's looking pretty good, and I'm pretty happy with what I've captured so far. I haven't looked at the videos yet to see how the gimbal worked, the new gimbal, but at the moment, very happy, looks promising, and I should be able to give you a couple of good videos out of what I've got so far. So very cool. So yeah, as I get a few photos, and I had it with another gorgeous sunset this evening, so I've got a heap of those as well. I want to cross and quickly shot them after work. So I'll have some more stuff out on our Instagram, Facebook. You can catch our links on our channel description. One of them over there, if you want to go check them out. If you're not part of our Insta Facebook family, or if you don't like Facebook, and it seems to be dying a little bit, I think, our Facebook. Instagram's always there for you to keep in touch with us if you just want a quick gander at what's happening. Now, let's get into the news, I guess. Yeah. Canon, the 70 to 200mm lens, just released not long ago. The third part of the Holy Trinity for them. An amazing lens, great reviews. Everything was going well for them, and then we had that little focusing fault that a couple of people had found. Normally, it'd be this could be bad news. Finally, Canon's faulted on the lens department. Well, you know, to their credit, they've come straight out and said, look, hey, yeah, we've had a few complaints. We've checked it out. There's a fault there. We're going to get this sorted, fix it straight away, and there's going to be a firmware update coming out shortly. G Fuel. Need the G Fuel. So that's pretty awesome. Obviously, $2,500 US lens. It's a lot of moolah out of the back pocket to fork up to them. So getting good customer service like that, a quick, fast turnaround fix, and these are going to be pretty much going to be mostly professionals that are using this thing. So that's really important for them to get that customer service, and great to see Canon doing it. You know, and I think that's what all us camera people, you spend a lot of money on your gear. Not all of us have 3 or 4 cameras that you can sort of just send that one off and get a thing to get a fast turnaround and get a fix straight away. That's awesome. So as a photography customer, awesome to see someone like Canon, a big guy, doing such a fast, quick fixes for our gear. So very good. mkbhd. Mark's Brownlee, he's one of the big boys on YouTube. He's one of the big tech guys. As you know, I pretty much cover a lot of stuff. It might seem like I'm very broad. I've just got a lot of broad interests. I'm into fishing, outdoors, baseball, sport, and most sports. I only really play baseball. I follow that pretty religiously. Been a Cardinals fan. Photography, obviously, that's one of my big passions. Tech is another one. I love new gadgets. I've always loved gadgets. You know, when the VHS recorders came out, I was the one that I was the only one that could work out how to set the timer to record TV shows for the family. So that was my introduction to tech, and then we were lucky enough. My amazing auntie Nutty got me a Commodore 64. Me and my sister. I think my brother just moved out, and we had a computer in our house. It was just amazing, playing games like Bard's Tale and stuff. So I've always had a bit of techie, and I'm a bit of everything. I don't mind. Even my music taste is very everything. But mkbhd, tech guy through and through. 2009 he started, which is amazing. So he's been going for 10 years and he's got 10 million subscribers. Huge congrats to him. I'm a big fan. I do watch his stuff. Definitely like to see what his take on things are. I normally watch a few guys and see what everyone's take is before I give you guys the information on stuff. So that way, I guess you get a unbiased sort of review. You're not just getting one person's point of view. You get a few mixed in, and then sort of hopefully I can deliver it to you, decipher it and deliver it, and give you an accurate sort of a description on if it's going to be something that you're worthwhile investing in. A lot of these things are a lot of money, so we want to get a good idea if they're actually good. And then you get guys like him that do fantastic reviews, super high quality, really delve right in, nitpick it, and go hard. Yeah, really good. So big congrats to him. Huge feat. 10 million subscribers, just something you don't even... I'm sure when he started, he had just no idea ever to think that he could get close to that. I was probably the same when I hit 100 subscribers, and I've got 137 now, and I think that's freaking amazing. So all you guys that are watching them, just bloody awesome, and I much appreciate it. It's very, very, very cool. To think someone, he's got 10 million, I've got 137. We're very similar in the tech game. I just don't get the gear to look at it and hold it and show you. Still the same info. Anyways, big news in the tech game, speaking of which, the house, home, tech, automation, setup scenarios nowadays. Most houses, your aircon systems, now I know in Australia, our aircon systems are reverse cycle ducted. So hot over here, so we don't really do evaporative. Some do evaporative where it's really dry, but if it's humid, evaporative is useless. But so they're all run by little screens and computers, and now those screens have been incorporated to run lights and all your similar to your Echoes and Amazons and all that sort of stuff. Well, Amazon, Apple, Google, Zigbee, IKEA, Samsung, and a few other names, big names in the tech world and in the home automation and features scene, they're going to set up a home standard. So instead of, probably easy example, Apple Windows, 2 different operating systems. So all these different light bulbs and speakers and stuff like that, they're all running different either Bluetooth or operating systems or stuff like that. So what they've decided to do is get together, do the right thing by everyone, create one standard, like your metric system, like your AF series, your AF system, your Imperial system, your British Whitworth, set up a system of standards so that when all these things are made, everyone can use them and they'll all interweave and match. So you can buy Amazon Alexa, beauty, put that in, that can control your Philips lights, can control your Beats speaker, your Canon camera, your wireless lights, pretty much everything. So they'll all work together. So I guess you'll have like one mesh network, which is amazing. Big companies generally like to, I guess, use their own standard. That way you have to stick with them instead of adopting the one standard and working to get sort of giving up a little to gain a bit. These guys have all sucked it up and said, yeah, we're gonna give a little bit here, give a little bit of control over, but gain a heap of customers because now everyone can use our stuff no matter what, and you don't have to make the decision anymore. So going forward, huge job to them. Good on them. I think a few of the tech guys that were talking about this were pretty surprised about it, as I am. That's for those big companies to give up that control. That's a huge deal for them. That's their bread and butter. That ownership of that technology, I guess, to say it's going to be open sourced and anyone can use it to create, so it fits with their systems. That's awesome, and I think long term they'll actually benefit out of it, and I think they've finally seen that and said, yeah, let's do it. So good on them, great job. Huge step forward for everyone that's got tech in their house. It will make things a lot easier. Basically, instead of having a universal remote, you just need one remote, but it'll do everything. It'll control everything, so very cool. I'll move into more little tech and then we'll finish up with the big one. Samsung Fold, spied out of the woodwork. We all seen the release. They talked about the clamshell fold, the Motorola. We talked about the unboxing the other day of that, how awesome that looked. The Samsung, very similar in that once it opens up, looks the same. Obviously, it's going to be running Android, the same as the Motorola, pretty much going to be similar to a point, depending on the processor and power it's got. It's going to be probably the deciding on the Samsung. The one major difference you can see on this running version, the front screen where the Motorola has a little screen where you can do messages and a touch screen, a small one. There's none of that on the Samsung. It's basically got a little tiny little cutout down the bottom left hand corner. It gives you time, date. It'll probably spit out you have a message sort of stuff. So you're going to have to open it for everything. There's not going to be like the Motorola where you can do stuff on the front, the normal quick stuff, and then if you need anything more important, you can open it. Well, the Samsung, you have to open it every single time. So that was probably I guess the biggest difference. And I'm not sure if it's because they just tried to rush this thing to the market. Without seeing the final copy, it's going to be sort of hard to lock that in and say, yes, well, that's a good or bad decision. I don't really think I think it will make a difference on Motorola getting the power. I think Motorola, that is a brilliant design. I don't think they've missed in pretty much any mark there. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see the final tech they put in this fold thing from Samsung. It looks good. I think it's going to be, and a few of the boys also think it's going to be priced down. They're going to chop out a few things to get that price down, keep the proper the vertical Samsung Fold at the $2,000 mark. I'd say this will be around the 11 to 1200 mark. So a fair few features will fall out. So it's probably not going to be matching up against the Motorola anyway. So it'll be an entry point version, I guess, to maybe steal a few points off Motorola that way. So yeah, very interesting and very cool. And I think again, the Motorola and that both of them look better than the vertical fold, without a doubt. In my mind, if I had a choice of the three, I'd take the Motorola, and I'd take the other Samsung flip phone first before I take the fold. I wouldn't go near that fold. I think I'd take an iPhone 11 in front of the fold. I just don't like it. The form factor is just not something I am really into, I guess. That's my choice, my opinion. But yeah, anyway, what do you think? Let me know down below. Now the big news, huge day for you guys over in the States that are watching. Massive, big deal for the world as well. Third time in history, sitting president's been impeached. One was in the 1800s, and the other one I think was Nixon. So it's, yeah, I guess I think there's a lot of people that are celebrating because it's Trump. And there's a lot of people that are sort of like, well, it's just not really a good day for American history, which is a real shame. And to be honest, I think I've said it before, they got what they wanted with him. He didn't lie. He come and told him what he was going to do, and he did it. His methods are totally insane and maniacal, but he got stuff done, and they wanted jobs. They wanted the economy's booming. All that stuff is going great guns. So to one point, you've got to say, well, he did an awesome job. You've got to give him that, but he just did it the wrong way. And unfortunately, with politics, that's generally why nothing gets done, because you've got to all the processes and crap you got to go through. It's like a big business, a global business. You can pretty much change nothing. You've just got to just suck it up and switch your brain off when you enter the door and just follow the process, because you can't change a process in a big company. You can't change it in a big government. And he's got probably one of the biggest governments on the planet. So to get stuff done, you've got to, I guess, and I think that's probably why he did it. He's done it, and he doesn't think he's done the wrong thing. Unfortunately, I think he has done the wrong thing, and that's a shame. But it's one of those things, well, there's really not much you can do about it. He's been impeached. What that basically means, from what I watched this afternoon, is that next year their Senate version, or the senators, or the upper house, or whatever they call it over in the States, will then vote on his penalty. That's not going to be till the middle of next year, which is around the time of the election, funnily enough. And he has basically, all his people are in that party, or in that, have control of that section of the government. So they've already said they're not going to do anything to him. Big business love him. He's made him a fortune. So it's going to be, it's pretty much not over. He's not going anywhere. He's not getting locked up in jail. I think, if anything, he'll make it to the election. I think they're probably going to now be looking at a backup option for the election, because they're probably going to have to get someone else. Once he gets out, I think then they'll throw him under the bus. Like with all politics, they love you until they don't need you. Once they don't need you, it's straight under the bus and pack your shit, you're gone. We don't give a shit. You and your family are fucked. Fuck off. So I think that's probably what's going to happen. And that's probably not, realistically, that's not real fair on him for his party to throw him under the bus. But I'd say I'd have to be 70 to 80% right, wouldn't you? You'd have to be close. I can't see him supporting him. If he's going to go to jail, they'll all just run. Oh, we knew nothing. We knew nothing. I don't know nothing. What? What he did? What? Oh, no, I didn't know that. There'll be total plausible denial throughout this whole party, without a doubt. So, it's huge news. The sitting president's been impeached. That's a big deal. And it's going to be news for the next 6 months of the election anyway. And I guess we'll see what happens once the election hits, and we'll see where we go from then and what happens. There's nothing more we can really do. It's probably going to be just stale now until that period. And that's about it. A big news day, very important news day, historic. It's not often something like that happens. So it's, I guess, one of those things to chuck in your diary, as I was here when this happened. Big day. Anyway, that's Thursday. Friday tomorrow, for you guys that finished the working week, I'd say that'll probably be nearly it before Christmas. If you've knocked off now, knocking off tomorrow, and it's your last day before Christmas, here's an early Merry Christmas to you. I'm here for the rest of the week anyway, so you'll see me. I'll be saying hello Christmas night. So yeah, I'm not going anywhere. Stay with me through the Christmas period. I'll keep you up to date as much as I can, and we'll see you all again tomorrow. So if you're coming or going, or hitting the hay, peace.